Good Friday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
Good morning. I'm Mike McCabe in for Jefferson Donovan.
And Mike, in the world of weather, I'm hoping for another copy and paste day from yesterday, maybe minus the wind. If we could tone down the wind a little bit, that'd be fantastic. But the temperatures were great. Yeah,
we'll do it again today, temperature-wise, and a lot of sunshine, so some good news there. Unfortunately, that wind may pick back up again in some spots. However, we're going to see a warming trend into the weekend, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. We are cold again this morning. Look at that number in Yakima. Clear skies and 26 degrees. Winds out of the west at 6 at this hour, and we're going to start to see a shift in the winds out of the southwest later today. 28 right now in Pasco. Clear skies and light winds out of the east at 3. Starting off chilly, but by the afternoon we'll be right up there in the 60-degree range. Clouds will increase heading into the weekend, but temperatures will warm a couple of degrees. We lose an hour, don't forget, Saturday night. How does that set us up for daylight saving time? I'll have the answer for you in your full storm tracker forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Mike. We begin this morning in Yakima County. A man is facing more than a dozen charges after detectives say they found videos of children being sexually assaulted in his home. The man was arrested at his home Wednesday. Yakima County Sheriff's deputies say they found multiple SD cards and flash drives containing videos of children being assaulted. The suspect is now facing 18 counts of possession of child sexual assault material, and he's currently being held in the Yakima County Jail. An Ellensburg man is facing charges after being accused of trying to set his girlfriend and her house on fire during a standoff with police last weekend. The man is facing first-degree kidnapping, assault, arson, felony harassment, and resisting arrest charges. On March 2nd, police were called to the girlfriend's home where she told police that he was spraying an unknown liquid in the home and had a lighter. Officers went into the home and arrested him. He's now being held in jail on $1.5 million bail. A GoFundMe page has been set up to collect money for funeral expenses, for funeral expenses for the man killed in a crash this past weekend involving an off-duty state trooper who's now facing vehicular homicide charges. 20-year-old Joser Sanchez was riding a motorcycle when he was hit by a vehicle driven by the trooper, who investigators say appeared to be impaired. Sanchez's family is trying to raise $4,500. At last check, more than $3,700 has been donated. According to the family, the funeral service for Joser will be held on Tuesday, March 11th. Switching gears this morning, Washington state lawmakers are considering a bill to improve school safety. The House Education Committee held a public hearing on Senate Bill 5004, which is also known as Alyssa's Law. Alyssa was one of the 17 victims at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in 2018. The bill relates to emergency response systems in public schools, including panic or alert buttons.
When it comes to the safety of our kids in schools, because we send our kids there every day. I have kids I have grandkids now in the public school system, and I want them to be safe, and I want other students to be safe as well.
Now, Alyssa's Law passed the Senate with strong bipartisan support, and if approved by the House, Washington would join 7 other states in implementing Alyssa's Law to improve school emergency response. With worsening drought conditions across Washington state, the Kennewick Irrigation District is urging customers to adopt a voluntary watering schedule as soon as water becomes available. While a mandatory watering schedule may be on the horizon, district leaders say proactive conservation efforts will help now will help ensure water availability throughout the summer.
The reservoirs, if you take them cumulatively, are less than 25% full. So you take that into account with the likelihood we're not going to get a much larger winter than has already occurred. We are starting out the year in a deficit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Now, by following the voluntary schedule, the district hopes customers will reduce overall water usage. The schedule is the same as it was implemented last year. A staple of the Tri-Cities was recognized for a big milestone this week. The Port of Kennewick celebrated its 110th anniversary yesterday. Established as the first port in eastern Washington and the 5th statewide, leaders tell us the district has seen a wide array of economic evolution.
We started as a 5-square-mile district, really focused on downtown waterfront. Because if you go back all those years, you remember most of the commerce was happening on the riverfront. So people were shipping goods and services up and down, shipping commerce on the river.
Now, port leaders say revitalization projects at Clover Island, Columbia Gardens Wine and Artisan Village, and Vista Field remain a big focus to help improve the quality of life for people in our region. Kittitas County has a new fire truck, at least it's new to them. Firefighters from District 5 from the fire district, rather, have been getting the truck ready for service over the last couple of months. It came to them from Indianola, Iowa, and had been sitting unused for a while, but now it's ready. It replaces a 1992 model truck that suffered a catastrophic failure.
We're always trying to improve, get our equipment newer and more productive so that we can do a better job of protecting the community. It's our most remote, and so having that engine there, especially without having one for the last couple months, just helps us be ready.
Now, there is some work that still needs to be done, including repairs to water valves and the power generator, but the crew is already training on it to ensure they're prepared when you need them. And Wapato firefighters are hosting a hot dog fundraiser later today to benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The fundraiser is part of a bigger event happening this Sunday in Seattle, where firefighters from all around the world will compete in a 69-story climb up the Columbia Tower wearing full gear and oxygen. Wapato Fire Chief Bob Clark participated 15 years ago, and while he hasn't had any family members with leukemia or lymphoma, he has lost loved ones to cancer.
So this is an important way for us to give back and support and being very visible. We're very visible in the community, and the community supports us, and we're so appreciative for everything they do for us. And this is how we can give back to those.
Now, the hot dog fundraiser is today from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Wapato Fire Station. A Wapato firefighter will be representing the city this Sunday in Seattle. Now, Mike, let's talk weather here. It's going to be the hot dog fundraiser today from 4 to 6 p.m. What can people expect when they make their way out the door to head over to that? Do they got to have a little bit of a tighter grip on their hot dog so the wind doesn't take it out of the bun?
We're going to be okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no advisories or big winds to speak of. A little breezy maybe, but with temperatures near 60 degrees, it's going to be a good Friday, no question. That's going to set us up nicely heading into the weekend as well, especially for March standards. You know, we can be a lot colder than this often, so we're going to be running above the average here. And look at the numbers across the region, not bad at all. How does that weekend look? We'll have the full storm tracker forecast coming up in just a little bit. Stay with us. Action News continues.
Thanks, Mike. The time now is 5:08.